here. I'll call my boss personally.
Está aventando mis pinches cajas y trae un pinche genio.
Yeah, there you go. Get your boxes. Since all y'all want to stand there and look at me, yeah. Help. How about that? Come help.
Mira, la vino y me aventó mis vanities.
You can kiss my white ass.
Just leave.
Girl,
leave.
I'm sorry. Go back to your country. I can't understand what you're saying.
Que me regrese a mi país.
This is America.
No.
This is America.
I know this is America. I don't know.
This is Mexico.
So, welcome back. So I'm sure you just saw that video and you saw both sides and you can hear both sides of the situation. Now we have here a FedEx worker who is clearly frustrating and at a complete breaking point with the customer. And we have a customer who is speaking Spanish but then also speaking English and is very audibly upset. You don't see the customer's face, but she's audibly upset with the situation, and we're trying to figure out the situation. Now, maybe you guys have seen this video on TikTok before. It went pretty viral, have millions of views. A lot of people are pretty torn as far as what people think about the situation. But today, you know, I just want to have a talk with you guys. Like, I really want to have a talk about, you know, the way people feel about capitalism and what it forces people to do and how people hate their jobs and blah, blah, blah. But I just want to have a serious talk because she's doing her job and the customer is being the customer and she's requesting help, but it's really not the customer's job to help you with your job, right? Even if you're technically helping them by doing your job, right? So she explains in a different video, I did some background and did some research. She explained in a different video that the issue was that the customer had a driveway, but the driveway was full. So she had to park further from the home and carry very heavy boxes and lift the boxes over a curb into the grass, which you can kind of see from the video. What made her upset was not the situation at hand where it was you know, too much things in the driveway for her to get up. It was the fact that she was going through all of this and struggling and the customer was at the door simply watching. Like, that was her issue with the situation, was that the women at the door literally just watched her struggle the entire time of her trying to deliver their package. Now, I'm not saying whether they're right or wrong. I just know that it's not the customer's job to help you deliver packages. Now, as a citizen to citizen, regardless of gender, I think if you see someone struggling with something or whatever it is, you can help. You do have that option to help. And to whip out your phone instead of helping the situation, you got to know that that's going to cause even more problems. Now, for example, I've been in New York City all of my life. I've been in the subway and like I'll see moms or whatever and they'll have strollers and they have to go up the stairs because most New York City subway stations don't have elevators and they really don't have escalators coming from the actual train. So a lot of men, and if there are no men around that want to volunteer, a lot of women as well would help that mother. I've never seen in my life a mother on a train station that did not get assistance with her baby stroller going upstairs. I've never seen it. Never. You just don't do that, right? You don't watch someone struggle and just, right? And this is a situation where there doesn't even require there's no benefit coming at the end of the delivery of bringing the stroller up the steps for that woman. You literally just part ways and you don't even have to speak when it comes to New York City and stuff like that, right? So a situation like this where the customer is literally receiving the package and the FedEx driver is clearly frustrated, it's like, okay, so are you gonna help or not? Like, and if you're not gonna help, can you not just stand at the door and watch me struggle? Because it's kind of weird. It's just a weird thing, and maybe that's just the New Yorker in me. It's just a weird thing. So with So her reaction was just clear frustration, and she's over it. And part of the problem, I feel like, is that she's struggling because maybe she can't really handle that weight, which begs the question, is she supposed to even be doing this job if she can't handle the weight? She can't handle the workload, because granted, there's a chance that the customers aren't even home, and you have to still carry that package to the door, right? That's part of the job. But it questioned, okay, if you can't handle that, why are you doing this job? And the truth is, like I said, I did some research. She's also a single mother. She did later apologize about the situation and explain why she was so frustrated, especially with like there being a language barrier, the Spanish and all this stuff. So she ended up saying some racial slurs, which I think was going way overboard. But again, she's doing this job because she has to do this job. She probably does not want to do this job. I would go ahead and say that most delivery drivers don't want to be delivery drivers. So the question is, should you work a job that you hate? And the answer is kind of complicated. I think there's two answers to that. I think you should work a job you hate if you don't have any other options. You need to work. And then I think the flip side of that, the other answer, is you should work a job you hate until you find a job you don't hate. Until you find a job that you actually like, you should work the job you hate. Because it makes no sense to not work at all just because you don't want to deliver packages. That's just weird. Like, that's just embarrassing. It's better you work the job that you do not like, get the money, and just do the job respectfully or to the best of your ability than to curse people out, get mad, get angry at the actual job. If you're supposed to be fulfilling the job description, then do that. I understand people are anti-capitalist or anti-work and stuff like that because they feel like they're the only ones working and that they're putting all this effort in and they're not getting out all of the value. And in truth, it's a value exchange with you and your employer. You're doing something of, skill and expertise for the employer, and they're giving you monetary gain, right? So if they're giving you monetary gain, you just have to perform the job description, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. There's someone else that's also doing the same thing you're doing. They're giving a value exchange as well, and they're doing their part of the job. So in all honesty, I feel like people get caught up in hating what they're doing so much that they sometimes explode, like we just saw this woman do. Like, she exploded. She probably, maybe or maybe not, isn't a racist, but due to the interaction she just had with another race of them just watching her struggle, it made her feel or made her react in a racist way. So maybe she is racist, or maybe deep down that's how she feels. But I think most of it was just her frustration with the situation at hand and them speaking Spanish to her while she's literally just saying help. Like, please help. I have your 100-pound package and I'm having trouble bringing it up because you have me putting it over a curb on grass. Like, just please help me. But yeah, the point of this, I want to get to the second point of should you work a job that you don't hate. And I think the answer to that really is, if you're going to work a job that you hate, at least come up with a plan to remove yourself from that position, because that's really what this whole game is, right? You're moving across the board and you're playing this game, capitalism, or, whatever, life, you want to call it life, sure. You have to understand where you're going next, right? You got to understand what the other players around you are doing, what's the next up and coming thing, what skills you need to attain in order to move to the next level. Because it's not even the case that a delivery driver can't move up and still work at the same company. She can move and then move into like the actual logistics of things and not be the delivery driver, but be the person that, carves out the routes and makes the schedules and do things like that and never have to deliver another package again. That's an option, right? She might just have to get that organizational skill. Or maybe she doesn't want to do anything with logistics at all. She doesn't want to have anything to do with shipping and handling, right? Maybe she wants to, become a data manager of some type of thing or do something interesting. The only way you're going to get to do that is if you start working on it in some capacity. So a lot of people hate their jobs, but they also don't have any hobbies. So they don't have any way for them to relieve themselves or to have like a creative outlet or something that actually makes them happy. So they end up just miserable in a job they hate and just doing it, and that's it. And then they get mad at the world and woe is me. And it's like, well, you know, if you're working 9 to 5, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Maybe I just see the world in rose-colored lenses or something. But in my opinion, if you are working a job 9 to 5, there's really nothing stopping you from spending 6 to 9 doing something that you'd rather be doing, or working towards something that you'd rather be doing. Like, there's nothing really stopping you. Okay, I understand some people have kids, so on and so forth. That's a different topic for a different day, but I think part of the problem is having children before you figure out what you want to do it yourself. But whatever, some people have children and they're like, well, I'm stuck in a rut, I have my child, I gotta do this when I come home, I gotta do that. You still gonna have to carve out that time. It's either carve out the time or don't complain. That's really the only options. Go ahead and complain, but nothing's gonna fix it. Nothing's gonna fix it but you. No one's gonna walk in and hand you a CEO position. It's just not gonna happen. Right? So I don't like to see stuff like this where people are, you know, losing their mind at work, and like blowing up. And cause now the company, FedEx, even though she's a single mom, they probably want to keep her. She probably doesn't even act like this on a regular basis. They can't keep her. They can't ensure her employment. And now with this video going viral, she has like messed up her chances. I have to say, she probably has messed up her chances of other forms of employment. She can't just go to UPS now or go to another job. They just saw how she treated a customer. Now where is she supposed to go? She's gonna have to figure out another form of employment that maybe isn't customer facing at all. She might even find herself down in the rungs of industry in what do you call it, like in a factory or something, where anybody can get that job. High school diploma is all you need, or a GED is all you need. You end up falling even lower into like we love social media, right? We love it, but at the same time, you have to understand the power that it really has. And I think if you don't understand that and you allow yourself to be overcome with your feelings of emotion rather than continuing to think logically about the world, you're gonna end up in a tough spot like she's in right now. And I personally don't want to see anybody end up like that. Like, if you're gonna play the game, play it the right way. Don't blow up, don't get mad, just get better. Like, just level up, just get new skills, just put effort in, like, really. And I'm not saying that she was wrong for being upset. I don't think she's wrong for being upset of having people watch her struggle. I think she's wrong for blowing up about it. Like, she had, like, that is one of the things that we don't have in this generation. A lot of people don't have, like, emotional control and knowing how to analyze the situation while being in the situation, right? A lot of people just don't have that. They just weren't raised like that. Or some people just have very short fuses and they need to work on that. Therapy is a thing. But yeah, I don't want to keep, droning on about it. I am a little bit sick right now, but that's all I wanted to say, really. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Please, if you're gonna work a job you hate, make sure you're already working on plan B. End the story. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.